Whenever Tesla announces a new car update, the world seems to shift to the edge of its seat. A major reason is that everyone is almost always certain that there is nothing else to improve on. But Elon Musk and his ideas have continued to shatter those perceptions. After letting loose mouth-watering upgrades to their other models, the all-new Roadster is also getting a makeover. With roller coaster-like speed and the ability to hover, this new sports car will make jaws hit the ground. Today, what we know about it and a few updates coming to the Tesla Roadster.
If you are new here, subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. If you like the content, appreciate it by giving it a thumbs up and sharing your views in the comments down below.
The second-generation Roadster is Elon Musk's attempt at creating the fastest electric car on the street, and this was just in the initial plans. This car would be a really big deal for the company, as this would be Tesla's first attempt to revive its original Roadster design, the first car to hit the road in 2008 after the company's launch. Since 2012, we haven't laid eyes on any sports cars from the EV giants. When Musk announced the car in 2017 at a launch event for the Tesla Semi, he said the car would sport a 0 to 60 mph time of 1.9 seconds and a quarter-mile time of 8.8 seconds. Right now, it looks like these stunning numbers will end up being lower than what we actually get with this model when it finally hits production. What would boost those numbers? Well, first off, the new Roadster is going to show up with its version of Tesla's new Plaid powertrain. The Plaid powertrain first showed up on the production blueprint of the Tesla Model S Plaid, and that gave it a whopping 120 horsepower peak with an almost 2-second 0 to 60 mph time. Put that in the Roadster and watch it speed right past its competitors with an almost 1-second acceleration difference, especially its closest speed rival, the McLaren 570S. With the powertrain, the Model S Plaid boasts a 200 mph top speed, but the Roadster comes through on an over 50 mph increase in top speed. It was also revealed that it would be able to run a 0 to 100 mph acceleration in just 4.2 seconds, a feat that has never been seen before, outside of an F1 race car. As we would expect, the Roadster will come with a new four-wheel drive because of the new fitted Plaid powertrain in these Tesla models. The drive will have 3 electric motors in the car, 1 at the front wheels and 2 at the rear, to take care of all 4 wheels. This would mean higher efficiency and better control of power to the wheels because each rear wheel would have its own motor. This would be key in getting that super fast 0 to 60 time Musk wants for it. Also, this system will help the power distribution systems of the wheels when cornering, so the car will be handled better in extreme situations. Tesla's new high-efficiency battery will be fitted into the car, and it has a strength of 200 kWh. Musk says that the car's battery range is a mind-blowing 670 miles, by far the highest range seen in any battery-powered vehicle. Closest one? The Chevrolet Volt, and that only offers a 259-mile range. We suspect, though, that this range would only hold with light use of the car. Any push too far would probably reduce it dramatically. We have to wait to the live tests to see for sure. There are also rumors that the Roadster would have its batteries housed in the new structural battery cell. This combines the battery pack housing with the central frame of the car, so the car doesn't have to carry the batteries anymore, but it has become a part of the vehicle's structure. Why is this necessary? Well, a car with the capacity to be a speed demon needs to have a very rigid and stable frame, and that's what the structural battery cell gives it. The Roadster will also flaunt some updated designs on both the exterior and interior with some aerodynamic engineering influence. The two-door vehicle with a glass panel roof already has a sweet edge, but then again, its roof is removable and can be stored in the trunk. That is so very unlike your regular convertible. While the car features 4 seats, there actually might be just room for 2 adults because of how slanted the roof's design is. Another beautiful design point is in its minimalistic dashboard that is created from a single sheet of what is possibly carbon fiber and matte. The majority of the dashboard's functions have been shifted into the car's large high-resolution infotainment screen and system. The screen curves up from the center console to the dashboard and is the only thing you can find on the dashboard. No extra controls, dials, or gauges, unlike other supercars with their very busy fighter jet dashboards. The steering wheel looks like something out of a NASCAR race car, oblong with atypical ergonomics. The wheels on this beast are large, 20-inch rims in the front and 21 inches at the rear, and it features a central lug nut. While all this is beautiful, the real talking point of this update is the introduction of rocket thrusters. Everything else in the Roadster can be closely compared to the Model S Plaid, but these rocket thrusters will make it different from the more spacious sedan. When the Tesla owners of Silicon Valley Group on Twitter asked Elon Musk if the new Roadster could fly, he said, a little. Some have even compared this next-gen car to a partial rocket on wheels, majorly because of its ability to hover. On Joe Rogan's podcast, Elon Musk gave more details about where the thrusters would be placed, and let's be honest, it sounds very much like our childhood movie dreams. He also said, "We're going to do some things that are kind of unfair. We're going to take some things from the rocket world on the car." One thruster will be hidden under the license plate, which will be meant to improve the acceleration the car already has in spades. The thrusters are more SpaceX than Tesla technology, and they work with cold gas, so the tiny COPV, composite overdraft pressure vessel, is based on the tech used in the superpowered Falcon 9 rocket. When the thrusters are installed underneath the car, that's when we get the full effect of the flying car. Engineering Explained, a YouTube channel, did an in-depth calculation on these thrusters, and he has concluded that it would be very possible to attach rocket-grade thrusters to a street-legal car. His calculations also showed that the acceleration for this model would be 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 1.1 seconds. He also explained that this would not be something the car would be able to reproduce all the time. You can't just hit the gas every time and get a near-flying car. The cold gas in the thrusters would only be able to power it for 1 to 2 seconds, and this would mean that the rockets would not do a lot of helping of the car when cornering because its fuel could be exhausted mid-corner. This edition of the Roadster would be called the SpaceX package, which is honestly very fitting. Not surprisingly, this edition might take a while to become a reality, mostly due to safety concerns and issues with parts of the design. The Roadster already has more competition waiting for it to be produced, but there is one more way that this vehicle would clear them out: price. With some of the other cars quoting million-pound prices, the Tesla car is already available to be pre-ordered with as low as $50,000 to get on the waiting list. The price of the car stands at $250,000, and there is always, as usual, room for change after production. There's also going to be another limited edition of the car to be released, and that would be called the Founder Series. With a production target of only 1,000 cars, its base price is still at $250,000. A lot of people are excited to see this car of the future, but they'll have to wait a while longer. Production dates of the car have been moved to 2022 again, and that could be because of the amount of work Tesla has on deck. The Roadster, with its supercar status, still comes behind the other mainstream models on the priority list. Then again, Tesla's Model 3, the internationally produced Model Y, and the newly updated Model S and X will sell far greater numbers than the Roadster. When asked what was happening with the Roadster, Musk tweeted in response, "Finishing engineering this year, production starts next year, aiming to have release candidate design drivable late summer. Tri-motor drive system and advanced battery work are important precursors." The Roadster seems very impressive on paper, but do you think it'll live up to all the expectations? Do you think it'll ever see production? Or is this just a PR stunt for Tesla? Let us know what you think in the comments below.
If you are new here, subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. If you like the content, appreciate it by giving it a thumbs up and sharing your views in the comments down below.